Welcome to Back to Baskin. I am Back to Baskin, and this is my GameCube startup screen. We're going to go up to Gameplay, click the Game Boy player, and begin my next Let's Play. This is The Legend of Zelda: The Minish Cap. I will be doing a 3-heart run of it. For those who don't know, even though it's pretty obvious in the title, 3-heart run, I'm going to be beating this entire game with only 3 heart containers. As you can see, I've beaten the game entirely before, except for 2 heart pieces that are like insanely retarded to get. This was my practice file for doing my 3-heart run, so I could get back into the group things. And this is my 3-heart file that is beaten in this little Triforce piece. You get that symbol on your game file when you've beaten the game. As you can see, I don't have one on here. But I have 3-heart run and beaten it. So what I'm going to do... Oop, that's not what I wanted to do. So now, I'm going to enter my name as Hunter. I was about to say, is there a way to do lowercase? I played this game many times, but it's actually been a long while since I played it, so I'm going to have to re-familiarize myself with stuff. I mean, I still know all the dungeons and everything, like, backwards and front. But just remembering certain little things, I'm going to have a little difficulty with. Really quick, let's adjust the mesh speed to fast, because it's optimal, right? For the record, this is not a speed run. I have no real interest in trying to beat a new record. But here's this. A long, long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, when the world was on the verge of being swallowed by shadow. The tiny Picori appeared from the sky, bringing the hero of men a sword and a golden light. With wisdom and courage, the hero drove out the darkness. When peace had been restored, the people enshrined that blade with care. So, for those who don't know, I've often said that Minish Cap is probably my favorite video game of all time. While it's true I love this game to death, I would honestly say at this point it's probably my second favorite game of all time, just behind The Legacy of Goku 2. But it's that thing of, I have like 3 very favorite games. It's this one, Legacy of Goku 2, and Yu Yu Hakusho Spirit Detective for the Game Boy Advance, which gets panned by everybody. But those 3 games make up what I consider like my trifecta of the 3 best games in the world. But my god, Shadow of the Colossus is up there too. Oh. And Super Smash Bros. Melee and Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. I have a whole top 10 list of all of that stuff. And the plot here is, there is a Picori festival, which is a festival honoring the tiny little Picori people, which you find out later isn't actually their real name. They're not actually called Picori. And so Zelda, the high-ranking princess of the entire land, wants to take crazy, mop-headed, goofy Smith hand Link to the festival. On a date, of course. We finally have a girlfriend. Probably the only Zelda game where we have a girlfriend, aside from Ocarina of Time when you have like 20. It's always weird when like... I always find it weird whenever I say 20, because it's 20, it's an E, it's 20, but it's like 20. It's like you. It's 20, it's a U. Like E-W-E, a U. Yeah, so you just gave us a sword that we're supposed to take to Minister Potho. This is another one of those games that I pretty much know the names of all the characters. It's the same with Twilight Princess. So if you open this chest, you get a nice little 20 rubies. It's our allowance. Master Smith can suck our dick if he didn't want us to have it. So that's our allowance. I mean, that's what we made by working for him. We're like his little sex slave, so he owes us money. My hair bouncing. Look at this, watch. Brink, 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 brink. Like the little, like, fucking 8-bit laugh that she has in this. It's funny. I like Malin's, Malin is in this game, and anytime you talk to her, instead of having like a voice clip, it just goes like, doo doo doo, like the little Epona song, little audio clip. It's really cute how they do it. So somehow my first time playing through this game, I didn't realize it, but this is actually the Hyrule Castle town you come to visit back later. I don't know how I missed that the first time through. And this is when you find out Zelda's like massively ADHD. She's like bouncing from guy to guy, like some hoe at a club. Yeah, like hoes at the club, ho ho hoes at the club. Why am I Santa Claus? Ho ho ho. And there's this guy who's like trying to have my hairstyle. Hey, you trying to copy my hair? I promise. I know this is like kind of awkward. This intro video is like so fucking awkward, and I realize that right now. But I promise it'll probably get a little better as it goes on. Can't promise that, but. So that means basically there's another heart container in this game that you never get, unless one of the bosses just killed that guy and took it. It's entirely possible, I guess. But that definitely looks like an entire heart container. How they look in this game, not a heart piece. And that's probably about 300 rupees right there. Which I can't even carry at this point. I don't remember how many rupees I can carry right now. I think it's like 99 or 100, something like that. I could be right. I told you, I don't remember some of the smaller things about this game off the top of my head. It's really weird. I still know Pokemon Red and Blue backwards and front. I could go through that entire game with my eyes closed. I can still get through Rock Tunnel without Flash. It's crazy. For real though, I mean, I honestly probably could beat Pokemon Red or Blue with my eyes closed. Which isn't really a bragging thing, because I'm sure many people can do it. It's like Rick and John from the D-pad. They talk about how, like, I mean, I don't want to say they're, like, shitty at Pokemon, but, like, they're not great Pokemon players. Yeah, I like having my shield on beat. Yeah, they're not great at playing Pokemon, but both Rick and John have said, like, you know, like, oh yeah, the map to Kanto is, like, burned in the back of my mind. I think that's true for, like, most people who have played Pokemon and stuff, is that it's kind of, I mean, at some point you just kind of memorize the Kanto map. At least I do. At least I do! I don't sound cocky and conceited at all. I'm just a condescending shit. And this is Minister Potho. His little voice clip going, yeah! I see Potho. Potho, I guess? I don't know. I still like Tingle's voice clip in what was it? Wind Waker. He's like, yoop! I like sent that to like several of my friends. It's just like, yoop! Like I found like a single audio clip. It was like 3 seconds long, if that, of just Tingle going, yoop! And I just like sent it off to like half the people I know. It's just one of those things I had to do. And then like they had like the voice clips of Tetra and Wind Waker. And it's really weird when you actually hear it out of context. It's like every single one of Tetra's voice clips sounds like an Asian girl in a porno. It's like really fucking awkward. So if you ever play Wind Waker again, just listen really closely anytime Tetra makes a certain sound. It's just like, oh. This is Vati, or Vati, however you want to say it. I say Vati. Vati is like the best Zelda villain ever in my opinion. I really like how he looks here. He looks like some kind of like sorcerer emo guy. He's got the emo hair going over one eye, but he's like a sorcerer. He's really cool. He's got that cool laugh. Which I never realized in the beginning, someone actually had to point this out to me, is the Happy Mask Salesman, his laugh. The Happy Mask Salesman goes like, woo-hoo-hoo, or whatever. That's that laugh from like Majora's Mask. I don't know if he does it in Ocarina of Time. Happy Mask Salesman is in Ocarina of Time. And it's actually said that the Happy Mask Salesman in Majora's Mask is the same one from the Ocarina of Time. He can travel between the two for some reason. I think it's Skull Kid, Link, and Happy Mask Salesman are the only characters that can freely travel between Hyrule and Terminus. Link's just like, yeah, I'm gonna stand here. Also, why does it look like Vati has 4 arms? Or no, those are his ears. Yeah, those are his ears. Oh, Vati's looking at the chest. He touched the butt. Question mark? Exclamation mark! Question mark. I know this is like the most insignificant thing ever, but I really like the text noise in Zelda games, like the Game Boy ones where it goes like wink or whatever, like it was just doing. Like anytime you press A. It happens in the Oracle games and Link's Awakening too. And I really like it. It's just it's one of the simple. I like the simple things. Oh, what's happening here? Yeah, I mean, I just got knocked out and my girlfriend got turned to stone, but you know, not the worst that could happen. I mean, same thing happened to Princess Leia with Han Solo. Like her boyfriend got turned into stone. Carbonite, actually. I always liked when Leia dressed up as the bounty hunter. Why should Jabba accept your offer? Because he's got the thermal detonator! Ah! I don't know why I'm making C-3PO like German. Like, he has the thermal detonator! That was not remotely German, but I hope someone knows what I was going for with that. It's just like, what the fuck? I don't even know. It's one of those things that, like, anytime I do commentary, I get like to these really weird points, and then I kind of sit there for a minute in silence. I'm like thinking, like, how did I get to that point? Like, what series of words led me to like saying something really weird? Like, what led me to like just suddenly adopting that German accent? It's like, well, I was talking about something and I sounded German for a second. I was like, but what else? What was I saying that led to that? And it's like I have to like backtrack and like think of like what ultimately led to this. Oh yeah, thanks Gramps. Thanks for the fucking map. Couldn't give me a sword or anything. Oh, I guess he already gave us the sword. Never mind. All I saw was him give us this one. Broke up the core sword. But yeah, yeah. And I like this too. You get the super fast sword in this game, which I really love. This game, in a lot of ways, is very Link's Awakening. And by extension, very Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I feel like this could just be like an alternate Link's Awakening, where like it's not on an island, like everything's different, but the simple things are still the same. You know, like the a lot of the sound effects are the same, and a lot of the controls and stuff are the same, and everything. It's very. Oops. Well, I should have seen that coming. I don't know why I'm trying to use the control stick. I should use the control pad. That's what I've always played it on since it's a Game Boy Advance game. Yeah, you get 1 ruby. It's green. Don't spend it all in one place. The good news is unlike Twilight Princess, it doesn't do that every time you restart the game. Now uncover this and find a Minish hole. I kind of just spoiled that, I think. For those who don't know, the Picori are actually called Minish. You find that out in a little bit. I know, I'm trying to find another heart, maybe some rupees. Right here, or maybe it's this one. Or, oh no, it doesn't happen yet. Later on, this tree will have yellow sparkly stuff coming out of it, and you're like, whoa, what's that? And you have to, once you get the Pegasus boost, you charge into those trees, and it reveals a Minish portal, which you'll find out what that is later on. These are like whack-a-mole guys. None of them are dropping anything. These guys are out here looking for the Picori. Oops. Well, the Minish, actually. Oh, God. Yeah! I hate the Octoroks. Yeah, it's definitely going to take me a little time to get used to this. Readjust. Whatever that word I'm looking for is. And enemies aren't dropping a lot of stuff. Usually they drop like rupees and hearts left and right. Not this time, I guess. I suppose the problem too is whenever I play Minish Cap, like mostly Game Boy Zeldas, I never really use the shield. Because, I don't know, once you get like in this game, once you get the Gust Jar, you never really equip the shield again unless you absolutely need to, like against like spiny turtles and stuff. No, but you don't generally just walk around with the shield equipped. So, I learned to like not rely on it. Oop, look at that. I can just be grabbing stuff. There's some green choo-choos. This is one of the... This right here is a stump. Yeah, see? Stump. You're like, oh, hey, I can't go this way. It's a log. I can't go over the log. Link can't climb over a log and walk across it, can he? Who could do that? Nobody could do that. I'm telling you. It's crazy. Hey, nobody got time for those acrobatics. Help! Somebody's being raped in this forest. Of course, the music. You get like the classic, like goofy Eslo music. Wow, I just spoiled that too. Yeah, that guy's name is Eslo, and he's gonna be our partner. And if you couldn't tell from his body shape, he's gonna be our goddamn hat. I have a heart. There was a heart piece back there if you want to get it. Like if you're playing along with this and you want to know where all the heart pieces are, I suppose I can point out any I come across, but I won't be getting them because again, this is a 3-heart run. Bye. Well, if you stop talking and yelling at me, then I can actually do something. I was trying to stab him, not talk to you. Why am I taking so much damage, man? So now Eslo's gonna try to join us. He's gonna like try to follow us around like he's like a... He's trying to be like our partner in like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon where he follows us around. Oh my god, he talks so much. Okay, there we go. He's like, wait, I have no legs. He actually says, I have no legs. Oh, whatever. And then he gets pissed, and he becomes our hat. I love that little fanfare. It's like, dun 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 dun, dun. Like it's telling you, like it's a really great thing you have Eslo. And I like Eslo. Eslo is not a huge pain in the ass like Navi and sometimes Midna and Fi and everybody are. And Eslo does have these moments where he explains stuff, but he has to because it's like for the plot and stuff. Like he has to explain like how you actually use the namesake. I mean, the namesake of the game. I've always joked about this. Since Eslo is the Minish Cap, this game can literally be called The Legend of Zelda Eslo. You could literally call it that because it's The Legend of Zelda Minish Cap and Eslo is the Minish Cap. So you get this cool little cinematic, and later on you can skip through it, so don't worry if you're like one of those people who can't sit still for like 10 seconds and watch a cutscene. So you get all tiny. You look like Tingle now. little that little animation is so cute. I love it. It's just so goofy. Eslo's the best. I love him. So now we get to like literally hop through this forest. Look at this, he's like hopping. He's hopping. I smoked pot with Johnny Hopkins. You don't know anyone named Johnny Hopkins. There's Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering. And they were blazing that shit up every day. I honestly thought I was going to be raped for a second. He had the craziest look in his eye. And at one point, he said, let's get it on. That was about the fight. I'm so not a raper. Like, I didn't touch your fucking drum set. I witnessed, with my eyes, your testicles on my drum set. Yeah, so these things are Picori. They're also part Pokemon, I guess, because all they can say is their name. And see, it's that thing of their actual their actual race is Minish, but because they say like Pico, Picori, stuff like that, people just went like, oh yeah, they're Picori. The same thing happened with like Pokemon, you know, like yeah, this thing says Pikachu. It's a Pikachu. When Pikachus are actually probably called something else. I'll show you this really quick too. You take this little path here, and you can get a heart piece right there. And once you come back with the flippers, you can swim over to the right there, and get another heart piece, I believe. So there's 2 more heart pieces for you to get. You can already start out with 3. And you get another one inside the temple here. Just north of here is the temple. So you can actually have 4 heart containers before you beat the dungeon, which actually happens in several Zelda games. I'm trying to think of another one that you can do that with. Link's Awakening, possibly? I don't know. I can't remember. There's definitely another one. It's not Ocarina of Time, I don't think, because... yeah, I think you can get like 1 heart piece maybe before you beat the Deku Tree level. Oh yeah, let's go this way. I like space out for a second. I was like, what was I doing? So, boom! That. And this is the Jabbernut. Jabberwocky. So now we can understand Minish, but none of them are very consequential to talk to, except for one, which is the Minish Elder. So we want to go find him. And then he'll be like, hey, I'm the village elder. I do things. Looking at that 2 out of 3 hearts makes me so unhappy, because I'm like, yeah, this is a 3-heart run. And I'm already at 2/3 health. This guy is the village elder. It's been quite a while since we've tongued your stay. He tongued our stay. This child is having me to break a curse on the to do so broken. Oh yes, you've come. What you're after, the mystic are crystalline energies infusing a new blade be forged. I can elements. And those are the 4 elements we need to gather, and one of them is not actually where it's shown on the map. Can you guess which one? Do. It's the green one. Yes, now we have to go to the first dungeon already. Wow. We're not going to be doing it in this video. We're going to have to do it in the next one, because I'm at 22.5 minutes. I've been debating on like how long I'm going to make these videos, but I guess between like 20 and 25 minutes, same with Twilight Princess. I was like, maybe I can make them half an hour long, maybe I can do like 15 minutes. And then I was like, for like a couple minutes, I was like, maybe I should make like each one an hour long. I was like, nobody's going to want to sit there for an hour and watch me do Minish Cap. There's that heart piece from earlier. So yeah, this is the dungeon. You have to do the whole dungeon while you're tiny. So here we are, the Deepwood Shrine. Wow, a dungeon having monsters? That's unheard of. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. I'm Back to Baskin, and this has been The Legend of Zelda Ezlo.